Hi folks, how are we doing today? Hope you are doing well. I changed my background, so instead of just like a boring background, I've got some extra greenery in here, so hopefully that sort of spruces things up, pardon the pun. I think just lots of YouTubers have very boring backgrounds, and I just don't understand why you wouldn't get your background right when it's just so easy. You just get some plants and put them there. So this is something I really wanted to show you guys. You need to put it into practice right now, because this is something that you can do within 20 minutes. You can earn £400. So this is something that it doesn't come along all the time. It's called bank switching, and it's where you take your bank account. You can go through a switch process where you go from one company to another company, and they give you an incentive bonus in that process. And at the moment, the incentive bonuses are around about £200. So here is how I made £400 in 20 minutes. Which, by the way, is £1,000 an hour. So anyone would love to get paid £1,000 an hour, and I did it, and you can too. So let's do it. Let's open up your browser and let's get started, because let me just go through the things you would need, right? So the things that you're going to need are, you're going to need a bank account which you either use or don't use. So personally, I've got 4 current accounts, okay? One I use for my everyday stuff. Another one I use for kind of like my savings, and it's just got a better savings rate. And then the other 2 I keep just in the background for this exact reason, right? Whenever there's these bonuses, these bank switching bonuses, I can then use those current accounts that I don't use for anything else and just switch them over. And it allows me to just make free money every year or every 2 years. And it doesn't cost me anything, you know, and it takes maybe like 15 minutes. So this was what I did, right? So first of all, there are 4 banks at the moment which are giving you the switching bonus. We've got Lloyds, we've got RBS, or NatWest Group, should I say, First Direct, and TSB Bank. They're all giving switching bonuses. So we're going to go through each one, and I'm going to show you how much the bonus is and what you need to do to get that bonus. And let's make £400 in 20 minutes, because it's going to be the easiest £400 you ever make. This was the first one that I switched to. So I had a Monzo account, and if you've got a Starling Bank, it doesn't actually work, because Starling doesn't go through the switching system, weirdly, whereas Monzo does. So I had a small amount of money, I think it was £47 in my Monzo account, and so I decided, right, let's get that switched across to Lloyds. So I went onto Lloyds, I opened up the sort of switching a deal, and I began the switch, and it took me 10 minutes to open up to apply for this account, and that was the only time that I spent doing that. So it took me 10 minutes to open up the account, and all you need to do to qualify for the £200, it says it right here, is switch into one of our qualifying accounts below and use the current account switch service, right? So that the current account switch service is basically what you use when you're doing any sort of bank switch, right? So very easy, you just follow the links and it'll show you how to switch. Now, there is a slight catch with Lloyds, but don't worry, because I've got 2 get out of jail free cards for you. Now, the sort of complex part is you need to choose an account here which has a charge, okay? So you've got Lloyds Silver, Lloyds Club Silver, Platinum, and you've got 2 Platinum accounts there as well. They each come with a monthly charge, around about £10 a month, upwards. So I chose the basic, the Lloyds Silver account, because I thought, right, okay, let's just go with the most simple. And it costs you £10 a month. But you're making £200 by doing the switch. And that got paid into my account within 7 days. I think it was even less than that. So very, very worth it. Even if you end up paying £10 for the first month, you've still made £190, all right? Don't sweat it, just do it. So what I did was so it took me 10 minutes to apply, account was open, I didn't do anything else. I logged into the bank, the online app, and I saw that the £200 had been transferred, and I left it for about 2 weeks. And what I did was I then switched this Lloyds account into NatWest. Now, I felt a little bit bad about this because I thought, I feel quite bad just opening up an account, getting £200 and then immediately switching away. But you know what? They didn't take out the £10 account charge. So I got the exact £200. I was now up to £247. And all I'd done was spend 10 minutes on the application. So then what I did was I spent another 10 minutes on the RBS sort of NatWest application. Okay, switch to NatWest and get £200. So I thought, brilliant, right? Let's double that, right? So I'm aiming for £447 now. So it actually took me 12 minutes. So, sorry, 22 minutes for £400, but I'm sure you'll cope. NatWest was slightly trickier to apply for, but the account was open within a couple of days, and I am now just waiting for my £200. So that will be £400, and it took me 22 minutes. So yeah, it's a very, very easy way to get £400, and I just needed one current account to do this. However, I had two current accounts, so I switched the other one, which I don't use, over to Santander, and I am making another £200. So it's actually £600. So the title of this video is a little bit misleading because it says £400 in 20 minutes. But actually, I made £600, and it maybe took me about half an hour. So altogether not bad. Altogether not bad. And you guys can do the same, apart from Santander has stopped doing their account switch. And depending on when you're watching this video, if you're watching this video right now today, so this is the 2nd of March, Lloyds are the offer ends on the 7th of March, right here, 7th of March, so you've got 5 days pretty much. If you're watching this video after the 7th of March, don't worry, let's keep going, and I'll show you what else you can do, because NatWest, you can get the offer if you apply after the 14th of February, right? So there's no end date at the moment. You need to get the £200, you need to deposit £1,250 into your account. That's fine. Just transfer it from another one of your accounts into NatWest, and then just you can just transfer it back again. You know, you just need to deposit £1,250, and then that makes you eligible, and that's it. Pretty simple stuff, right? NatWest have got a great savings account as well. I'm not sure whether it says here. Let's have a little look. So a savings account where this one here. Digital regular saver, which I opened up as well. Very, very, very simple. I mean, it must have taken me about 35-40 seconds to open up this account. And you put in £150 every month, and that saves you 6% on that. So it's up to £5,000. It's going to take you about 2.5 years to save up £5,000 by putting in £150 a month. But it's 6%, okay? So, and you can take that money out whenever you want. So at a certain point, if you think, right, I've had enough of this, I want to take that money out and put it into stocks, you can do that at any point. No tie-ins. The third account that you need to know about is the First Direct. Okay, so you get a switching bonus here. It's £175 that you get by switching, but you must never have ever received a bonus with First Direct before. And I have, back in 2013 or 14, I switched to First Direct and I got, I think it was £100 or something like that. So I'm not eligible for this, but many of you guys will be. The customer service is, of course, very well renowned for being perfect, and it's great. And First Direct have a 7% regular saver, which beats the RBS one, and it also beats the RBS one because you can save £300 a month instead of just £150. So I would get that open as well as soon as you can, and you can save where does it say? Oh yeah, so in the first year you can save £136.50. But the negative of this is your money then gets taken out again and it doesn't continue rolling, whereas in NatWest your money keeps rolling and you can keep saving up. So actually arguably the NatWest one is better in the long term. So there is that. What else? So you need to deposit £1,000 within 3 months of opening. So again, not too difficult. Just put that money in from one of your other accounts and then you can just transfer it back out. And that's it pretty much. So again, First Direct, pretty easy. And the fourth and final one is TSB. Okay, so I actually switched my old TSB account out. Their savings rates are just terrible, absolutely terrible. I mean, TSB, you would think. I phoned them up a couple of times and said, like all the other banks are upping their savings rate. What are you guys going to do? Because I'm just gonna leave. And they said to me down the phone, there's nothing we can do. And I was like, well, I am going to leave. And they said, I'm really sorry, there's nothing I can do. So I left. I mean, there's better products out there elsewhere, so you're just going to leave, right? But they have a switching bonus if you're not with TSB and you want to just bank on this sort of switching bonus money, then you can switch over. It's very, very complicated though. It's not a very big incentive, but you get £125 for switching. Okay, so you get that. And then as long as you use the TSB account quite vigorously, then you'll get an extra £75 in October. So you've got to do quite a few kind of like complicated things, but as long as you use it as a current account, it's fine. Every single month, you need to make at least 5 debit card payments. You need to pay in at least £500, so you could just set up a standing order there, no problem, and have at least 2 active direct debits. So that sort of stuff is pretty natural if you're using it as a current account. So yeah, that is an option, but it's a little bit more complicated. You got to jump through some hoops, and I definitely recommend the other 3 first. So there you go. Look, go ahead, make some free money. Get £400, and then with that £400, invest it and compound it. So keep that money rolling. Don't spend it, but use it in a savings account to then gain more money. And that £400 can be worth a lot more in the long term. So that's what you want. That's what you really want to do with this. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of how to make £400 is quite a lot of money. I was going to say a lot of money, and that's true. It is a lot of money very quickly. So go ahead, make yourself £1,000 an hour and get cracking. Let me know how you get on in the comments below. As usual, you'll see 2 of my videos here. Definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys soon.